Matt, I'm gonna...
I imagine these are more okay to make now than they were 5 years ago.
Why? Just because
Because
he's been on the island?
Yeah,
Hell, dude.
obviously. Why else would people be okay with making fun of him now?
Because it's hilarious.
Florence Griffith joined her and Stephen Hawking.
Okay, I think that's enough.
I got more funny ones. I got Tina Fey and Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, I think we're fine.
A lot of face stuff going on in that one. For example, here's what happened when we fertilized...
That's more than legs.
Yeah, he got like a whole exoskeleton out of it.
Yes.
Jeffrey Epstein truly deserves a exoskeleton more than anyone else.
He looks like he's wearing Fallout power armor.
Man, that wasn't even a meme. That was just the unedited clip.
Lame.
That was lame. At least Instagram memes will probably be funnier.
Yeah. YouTube, what is it? YouTube Shorts? Those have always sucked.
Yeah, there will be minors at the function. At least that one doesn't have music that needs to be muted. This does, though. I'll play the beginning. You can use your imagination on the rest of it. Enough of that. How could you not use a video of Stephen Hawking snatching up a kid in response to this latest news?
Yeah. I mean, the allegations just claimed that he was into dwarves rather than, is dwarves the right word now? No, it's...
I said midgets already, so
okay.
We could say whatever we want.
But yeah, he was, didn't say anything about kids, but being...
Oh, okay, so that part of that meme is actually accurate?
As far as I'm aware, I haven't checked the list.
That's pretty funny. What are the dwarves doing? Just climbing on him like a jungle gym?
No, so the allegation, or I guess not an allegation, but like the article said he would go to the island and like the thing he was into was watching little people try to solve complex math equations on a board that was too high up for them.
That is not real.
I know, right?
That is just people making stuff up to be funny. That is too stupid.
That's what I thought. But I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be real.
These are how I learned that the documents like actually released and were a big deal. Hold on, these frickin' copyright sharks are about to like start swarming us.
Getting close.
Can you imagine he's just making these big rock star entrances on his way into Epstein Island?
Epstein Island.
Alright, we are back, unfortunately.
Nothing newsworthy this week, so, you know.
Yes, literally nothing has happened that's worth discussing. I can't believe it. It seems to happen pretty consistently when we're recording.
We're just going to talk about least athletic celebrities in history.
In our opinion, based on iShot. No, but seriously, guys. We do have several things to discuss, but unfortunately, because we don't respect you guys and we're lazy, this is going to be a very Reddit, as you can see by these tabs, a very Reddit reaction-heavy episode. And Reddit reactions are the single worst content on the entire internet, but they seem to work, so, you know, I guess I'm not going to argue. I'm just going to participate in that. This is what happens when the people in charge of a show don't respect the people watching them and also don't want to put any actual effort in. They open up their Reddit account and pull up a bunch of tabs and pretend they've made a show, which is what we're doing tonight.
Mm-hmm. We don't make the rules, we just follow them.
And happy 2024, guys. As you can see, things are really looking up. This year's going to be great. I have nothing but high hopes for it.
Yeah, it'll be pretty cool.
Our first story is going to discuss that. This is a pretty good opening to an election year, to be honest. You know what? Let's just dive into this story because I pulled up a lot of tabs about this. Yeah.
Why?
Why not?
You mean why not?
There's no blood in this. Who cares?
Yeah, who cares? Why would we watch a video on an earthquake?
Because earthquakes are cool.
Earthquakes are lame.
We can pretend Godzilla's stomping outside, and in this case, it's kind of appropriate.
Why is that?
Because this is in Japan.
That's racist.
Let's see. There's not a whole lot of commentary to be had here. We're just going to be watching things shake around, honestly.
I think it's a hoax.
Good start to the year.
This is a hoax.
Yeah, look at that. All those crisis actors.
Yeah, they just put, like, rumblers in the ground. It's not real. You can see the hinges.
Look at this. This is so obviously a set that they slapdash together.
Mm-hmm. Ridiculous.
Man, this happened in, the first 6 hours of 2024 for them.
That bodes well for the future.
I have not done, an actual, lick of research into this, but did anyone, not alive during this?
I don't know. This is the first I'm hearing about this. I don't really...
I have no clue how.
I assume it shook a rather huge part of Japan.
It was like a magnitude 7.5 earthquake.
Somebody probably died.
And this was a series of dozens of earthquakes as well. These kept happening throughout the day to them.
Why? Did a volcano or something go off? Why so strong?
I'm not a meteorologist, I couldn't tell you. See, it looks like they're pretty much just getting hit by the aftershocks at this point, because most of the videos I've seen were that initial shaking that was happening in the beginning there.
Why'd you choose a video of a bowling alley?
This was the first video that came out of this.
Did you notice they have this anime playing on the bowling TVs?
They deserved it. Alright, let's see what this one is. This was inside of a subway. And it's muted for no reason. That's wonderful. See, look, these are all miniatures. There's just some slightly above average Japanese guy on the outside shaking this set.
Okay.
They're faking this for some reason, guys. We'll come up with a reason later.
Clearly a hoax.
For now, this being fake means you should give us money for some reason.
Mm-hmm. That's the only real part that you should pay us.
That's the important takeaway, is give us money. Let's see, another video of things shaking. You'd be surprised to learn that most earthquake footage is kind of this.
I thought those were I thought that entire shelf was covered in cases of soda for a second, and I was like, "Ooh,
looks like this is just looks like it's like a shoe store."
Yeah, I wouldn't be sitting so close to these shoe racks because that's pretty much the only thing other than the ceiling.
They're covered in shoes. These things are not gonna hurt you.
How heavy
unless
are
the
shoe
rack
racks?
weighs 500 pounds.
Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about. I don't imagine
the rack itself. A bunch of boxes of shoes falling on you is not gonna kill you.
Yeah, that wouldn't do anything.
Or unalive you. Sorry.
I don't think that.
Sorry, guys. Your baby ears can't handle that word I just said, so I have to cut it out.
I don't think that rack would be very heavy, anyways.
But yeah, these people are definitely responding properly, at least. Whereas in America, you probably have a bunch of people running around shooting off blickies into the air while this is happening.
Blickies?
Blickies, because
What's
I
a
can't say
blicky?
the G word. I think we were discussing covering this again, but suddenly, I don't feel like doing that because this video's 10 minutes long.
Yeah, and boring.
Yeah, it is very boring. It's just this guy going on another schizo rant, so we might not even cover that. Maybe we will. We'll see. If we get bored enough with the other Reddit reactions. See. Oh, yeah. I pulled up this unscientific tweet that I saw that went viral somehow. But, so this person types, "How cool is this?" question mark exclamation point. "Scientists have discovered a new way to destroy cancer cells by stimulating aminocyanine molecules with near-infrared light. Cancer cells vibrate and sync enough to break apart their membranes. These molecular jackhammers destroyed 99% of cancer cells." This sounds neat if I understood a lick of it. I will say rip to the scientists who discovered this, I guess, because they're all not going to be alive in the next couple months. And then you'll never hear about this again, just like every other single medical breakthrough regarding this.
Is this true?
Yes.
Oh.
No,
Okay.
this was just like a science fiction storyline that they thought of.
I'm just wondering because it, like,
I
vibrating...
bet I can trick these idiots with this. It sounds pretty neat. I don't fully understand it a whole lot, but I'm guessing it basically just jiggles the cancer cells specifically until they break apart.
That's the part that I'm not, like, that's the part I'm a little confused about, because, like, cancer cells are just normal cells that have gone rogue. I don't know how a specific wavelength of light would affect just the cancer cells. Like, chemo is supposed to destroy, like, cancer cells, but it also destroys regular cells. So I don't understand.
Well, we are not scientists, so we couldn't understand this even if it did make sense.
Also, it's got, the person who posted this has a furry logo, which kind of makes me think that this is a troll post.
Alright, suddenly I'm very skeptical of the validity of this. This went viral, though, and I ran across it a few times, so epic nerd stuff I don't understand. Let's go. Yes. Thank you, Twitter person. Let's see. But yes, I thought it was interesting enough to bring up, and because you'll never hear about this again after this.
If that's the case, it's probably just because it wasn't true to begin with. I don't think there's a conspiracy to prevent a cure for cancer.
I found there absolutely is, but this is probably not involved.
I doubt there's a conspiracy to hide the cure for cancer.
There absolutely is.
Why would anyone want to hide the cure for cancer? That doesn't even make. There's no way of profiting off of that.
Because yes, they do. Cancer treatments rake in hundreds of billions of dollars a year.
Why not just make the medication really expensive, or this treatment super expensive then?
Because that still makes less money. And plus, it could be that whatever... there's absolutely a cure, but it could be that the cure is either, hard to make, so, rich people and politicians hoard whatever can be made of it for themselves. Or,
what about other countries where they have free healthcare, though?
There's still rich people in those countries, surprisingly.
Right, but they wouldn't be making money off of the cancer treatments.
They make money in countries that don't, such as the U.S., and that's the only one.
Okay.
And besides, those countries still use taxpayer dollars, so this is all just a bunch of conspiracy posting at this point. But the point is that the cure already does exist.
Which is?
What?
What's the cure?
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm not privy to that information. I'm not a billionaire.
Okay, man. Every Thanksgiving uncle talking here.
But see, moving from this little bit of drama to this little bit of drama. Oh yes, this does remind me that I was in a little bit of drama this week as well, as I said a word that's not supposed to be uttered by those with colored lips like mine.
This is how you chose to broach this?
Yes.
You decided to open up the Jeffrey Epstein tab to broach.
Yes, this reminds me of crimes and various other things that I've committed, such as saying the N-word.
Yes, you shouldn't have done that.
Yes, I should. Listen, guys, I have a very good explanation for that. I meant to censor it, and I forgot to.
You've done that with other words, too.
I don't care about those.
I've considered saying something.
You shouldn't.
The moment usually passes.
Listen, the important part to understand here is I'm not even white. I can literally get away with anything.
Okay, man.
In this woke world of ours. But yes, that's my statement on what happened on the last episode. There's no apology connected with that, but that is my excuse. On to the only actually interesting thing that happened this week. And we are past the first 15 minutes, so we're finally able to talk like actual adults. Yeah. That was part of the other reason I saved this. Alright. Jeffrey Epstein contact names revealed in unsealed documents. Here are key takeaways from the files.
Alright.
I'm going to read this very boring version of the story. Look at how many ads are on this. Jesus Christ.
Real quick. It has been, what, like a year since since Epstein was assassinated?
It has been far more than that.
Okay, my sense of time is really bad. But, it's been a long time since all that happened, and only now are we getting the actual, documents. And so I think it's more likely than not that this is, doctored. Because, by this time they would have had the opportunity to put in people they don't like, and remove people they do like.
I'll just spoil it. Every name on here we pretty much already knew, so this was kind of a waste of time. But this is more just confirmation. And, this is more just confirmation in a legal setting. Pretty much no one who was keeping up with this was surprised by any of these names that were revealed. Let's see. And I have a list of the names, but we're just going to read this article and see where that takes us first. This might be very boring and provide us no information because it is mainstream news, but nevertheless will persist. Documents that include the names of more than 100 people connected to Epstein, including business associates and accusers, among others, have now been made public following federal judge's December ruling that the information be unsealed. And, So the basic gist of this is that these are, testimonies coming from a single person who claims that she was on this island as a teenage girl. So it's pretty much her word against all these people, but, it's known that she was on that island. She was specifically rescued from it after, Epstein was arrested, I believe. So we have nothing but reason to believe her. But they've probably redacted a bunch of this stuff because there's 900 pages, and this is part 1 of 12 of the documents that they are unsealing. So thankfully, some serious brain geniuses have actually gone through all these documents. You're not getting that here.
Also, there were other kids on that island that haven't come forward.
They were probably a bunch of, immigrant kids that are, lost in the system or dead now.
Probably. But, there's a possibility she could be being, forced into silence as well. So...
Forced into silence. It was just... All this was just released.
Yes.
If anything...
And rich people follow laws, don't they?
Yes. They are right now.
Okay.
More than 900 pages of mostly... Which, again, you're not getting a thorough examination of those 900 pages from us ever. You're getting us reading other people responding to other people reading them. Yeah, that's what you expect from this show, and that's what we'll provide.
Unless it was a condensed list, I don't feel like going through every single person.
I found a condensed list that we'll go through after this.
Okay.
Much of the information has been previously reported. Okay, they do mention that. And many of those whose names are mentioned are not accused of any wrongdoing. Right, that's likely. Though the unsealed court documents don't contain an actual list of associates, the names were expected to include that's also appeared on the flight logs of Epstein's private jet, nicknamed the Lolita Express, which he often used to fly to his private island in the Caribbean. Those manifests and other documents, such as his private calendar, had previously been made public, including as part of a legal proceeding or public records request. Many of those who had business or social ties with Epstein, a convicted Jesus Christ sex offender, have denied any misconduct or involvement in his activities. I can understand why they do that. Doesn't mean it's true, though.
In fact, it's almost definitely false.
The release of the names stems from a now settled defamation lawsuit brought in 2015 by Virginia Giuffre, I don't know how to pronounce that.
Neither do I.
Who accused British socialite Ghislaine Maxwell, which, by the way, I still see people pronouncing this bitch's name Ghislaine Maxwell. That can't be right.
You just gotta throw in this bitch? You just gotta throw a bitch in there? Who is this?
What? Ghislaine Maxwell? Are you fucking joking me? This is his wife, dude.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Enabling her abuse, or his girlfriend or something. She'd basically be the one who, okay, maybe we are the exact wrong people to be discussing this. Maxwell was found guilty by a New York court in 2021 on conspiracy and trafficking charges related to Epstein. This is all stuff, they're just summarizing it at this point. What is in the Jeffrey Epstein related court documents? Court documents list 184 J Does starting at J Doe number 3 through J Doe number 181 or 187. Who are 1 through 3 then? Some names are repeated twice. A small number are the names of minors or sexual assault victims, which the judge specified won't be released. That's probably good. I doubt we really need to know that info. Mm-hmm. According to a court record released January 3rd, documents for 2 Does 107 and 110 will not be immediately released. One was granted an extension until January 22nd for her appeal about the release, and others' appeal is still under review. In many cases, the names in the documents really are of innocent people. It's people who may have been employed, it's people who may have gone to dinner or to a cocktail party at Epstein's house, said CBS News analyst Ricky Kleiman. It's not necessarily naming people who have engaged in actions that were anything like the deplorable actions of Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Okay, so they can't help but run some cover for the people who are named in these, I guess. Which, I guess a lot of this is true, but you don't get to the point where you're hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein without knowing his reputation, especially among, rich people and celebrities. All of them were aware of who this guy was.
Yeah.
And just never came forward with that info.
Also, if these allegations weren't for famous and rich people, CBS wouldn't have made this stipulation. They're supposed to report on the news. They're not supposed to give you some lens to view through.
If they are covering the news, it's important to note that that's probably... that is true from a legal standpoint. Some of these names aren't connected.
What happened. News is just supposed to say what happened.
And that is what's happening. A lot of these names are not connected with any crimes.
They're just supposed to say, they're not supposed to put any kind of spin on it, though.
I don't really think there was a spin there, to be honest.
I think there was.
I do think it's a bit funny that they can't name the names that had nothing connected with them. I would find that a lot more defensible. But names here they're actually going to name some of them. The documents released by the court mention some well-known figures whose contacts with Epstein have been reported in the past, such as Britain's Prince Andrew. Prince settled a lawsuit in 2022 with Virginia Giuffre, who accused him and Epstein of abusing her as a teen, an accusation Andrew denied. The court filing at the time, his attorney said, Prince Andrews regrets his association with Epstein and commends the bravery of Miss Giuffre and other survivors in standing up for themselves and others. Oh, I'm sure he does. This dude can't even show his face in public anymore without people screaming at him that he's like you fucking nonce! or whatever the British garbage version of the word is. Ooh.
Is it nonce?
It is nonce, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that was accurate.
A deposition from Johanna Sjoberg in the suit includes previous accusations alleging she was groped by Prince Andrew in 2001 when she was 21. BBC. Okay, this is a pretty dry reading of the whole case, to be honest.
Maybe if he had been the one to like come forward and say that all that stuff was going on, then maybe someone would believe him. But being that he's only saying I'm sure that's terrible after it's all been revealed.
I have a feeling that if Prince fucking Andrew came out with this information, people might have been willing to, like, cut him some slack on these. Like, no, guys, I swear I was just on his plane. Okay, well, you came forward with all this, so I guess.
Yeah, I'd be willing to.
Because there are some of these guys who I'm willing to bet were kind of just, like, they're begging for money with this guy, because this dude...
I'm not.
Like, a lot of scientists, like, in the case of the Stephen Hawking thing, I'm willing to bet that he might just be, like, begging this dude to stuff some money into his G-string or something, because that's kind of what scientists require to function. Alright, sorry, we had to stop the recording suddenly. Someone broke into our house again. A deranged fan broke into our house talking about how we've let them down for the last time and how we've ruined the show with Reddit reactions or something, so we held him down and had our dog eat him.
The dog being me.
No, the dog being my dog. Don't try to take credit for his work. You didn't eat that guy ass first like he did.
I ate him balls first.
Well, listen, the point is that he's dead. I'm gonna eat the rest of him later, and we're back to the Epstein story.
We're gonna find out if the whole like little person thing with
It's not true.
You don't know that.
It's absolutely not true.
Let a person believe, right?
In the filing, Maxwell's team attempts to debunk an article by journalist Sharon Churcher of the Daily Mail, who described... I'm not even sure this is where I left off. I'm probably just picking up at some random point in the article.
Most of this is just legal jargon.
Yeah, a lot of this...
I just want to hear the allegations.
A former Epstein employee who had been accused by one adult victim... Oh my god, okay. What happened in the Epstein case? Is this really just a... Who else's names are among those released in the Epstein-related documents? Alright, here's where I want it to be. See, Juan Alessi and Alfredo Rodriguez. Who are these people? I don't care who these are. Jean-Luc Brunel, Bill Richardson, David Copperfield. Here's one. This guy's like a magician or something. I think he made like the Eiffel Tower disappear. See, in her deposition, Johanna Sjoberg said she had dinner with magician David Copperfield at Epstein's home. Copperfield is not accused of any wrongdoings. Sjoberg said Copperfield asked her if I was aware that girls were getting paid to find other girls, but specified he told her no specifics about that. Alright. Donald Trump. A witness said in a deposition that Epstein mentioned calling Trump and said that the group would go to his casino when a storm forced his jet to land in Atlantic City during a 2001 trip. The witness has asked if she gave Trump a massage, but said no. Newsweek reported that a Trump spokesperson said claims regarding Trump's Trump's relationship with Epstein were, quote, thoroughly debunked. Trump said in 2018 that he knew Epstein, quote, like everybody in Palm Beach knew him. He was a fixture in Palm Beach, Trump said at the time. I had a falling out with him a long time ago. I don't think I've spoken to him for 15 years. Wasn't a fan, but that's okay. This is some serious horseshit. Donald Trump, I'm pretty sure, was on Epstein's jet almost as much as Clinton was.
Yeah, also, the Trump spokesperson said that the allegations were thoroughly debunked. That's how you know he's lying. Anytime anyone...
Don't know a lot about this Epstein guy. Don't know a lot about him.
Anyone who works for Trump saying anything is thoroughly anything is definitely lying.
The
more confident they are, the more bullshit it is.
Hold on, this is straight up journalistic malpractice. Fucking... Donald Trump, look up Donald, There's no way I'm going to be able to type this out.
What? What do you want me to type?
Pass me the keyboard. I'm going to type this out real quick. Donald Trump Epstein. Because I know for a fact Trump has mentioned that he and Epstein quote. Alright. I think this is it. Yeah, this is a quote directly from Trump about Epstein back in the 90s. Before, like, obviously all these guys knew about Epstein at this point, but, like, the general public wasn't aware about him, and this is what Trump had to say about him. I've known Jeff for 15 years. Terrific guy. He's a lot of fun to be with. It's even said that he likes beautiful women almost as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side. Donald Trump speaking about his old pal Epstein in 2002. How is this fucking article not going to mention that he said that? Like, usually people will at least bring up that Trump said this when, like, his ties to Epstein are mentioned.
Right.
Like, he was absolutely on there with this guy doing all sorts of, nonsense, we'll call it. Jeez, didn't even notice my laptop's almost dead. Looks like that's actually almost the end of the article, so we'll just read to the end of this. What a weird end to this. See. Very weird that they didn't mention that, because old Trump... They also didn't mention Bill Clinton in this either.
Awfully convenient.
That is very weird that this site wouldn't mention that. See, Alan Dershowitz. Ooh, this guy's fun. I'm pretty sure this dude was one of Trump's old lawyers. He also defended Epstein himself. But
yeah, they're not friends, quote unquote.
Here, take this back. Attorney Alan Dershowitz defended Epstein in the 2008 criminal case. This is like... I actually heard about this stuff back then, but... Like, how old was I? I was like 12 back then, so to me it was like, Pedophile Island? It sounds about right. I've heard jokes about this on South Park, so it must be true, and I guess it was true, but I didn't internalize that as a little kid, like...
Wait, South Park made jokes about Epstein's Island being a pedophile island
I've
revealed?
heard... There were, like... This was like a conspiracy theory. This was like an Alex Jones tier conspiracy back then. I'm not sure about South Park. I might have just pulled that name out of my ass. But I know for a fact I heard about the whole, like, pedophile island thing, like, over a decade before I was hearing about Epstein's name itself. Like, this was kind of like one of those secrets that if you mentioned it, people were just like, you're crazy. Rich people and celebrities are not cavorting children around the world to commit across to islands. That's silly! Why would they do that? That would be bad.
Weird how all the craziest conspiracy theories back in the day are now just objective fact in our current reality.
It is pretty neat to see that being conspiracy-brained is more the norm now.
Well, yeah, because the conspiracy theories turn out true.
Because most of the ones... That's why they try to make a lot of conspiracy theorists seem like Alex Jones tier garbage, when in reality most of it is like, oh, hey, like, rich people seem to be, like, killing lots of people.
Yeah.
And then they're like, you simpleton, you fool. Are you not aware of how crazy you sound saying something like that?
They pump the gas on all the, like, most ridiculous conspiracy theories, like flat Earth and stuff like that, so that the people with the actual, like, real conspiracies sound ridiculous.
Hey, I'm pretty sure that, like, rich people, politicians, and celebrities are, like, all evil. Kill this guy and make him look crazy afterwards.
Yeah.
See, Dershowitz, in one of the documents, lawyers discussed sworn testimony by 2 household employees, one of whom said Dershowitz visited Epstein's Florida mansion, quote, pretty often and allegedly got massages while he was there. According to the court document, the other employee testified Dershowitz visited Epstein's home without his family when young girls were present. Dershowitz has previously denied wrongdoing. Ahead of the document's release, Dershowitz warned against inferring anything about the contents in a live stream on his personal YouTube channel Tuesday, saying, the important thing is not to assume guilt by association or guilt by accusation. He said in the half-hour live stream that, as Epstein's lawyer, he had been on the plane many times, and he had been to the island once with his wife and daughter when no young people were present. So, he was only on the island when no young people were present when his wife and daughter were there?
Yeah.
No, guys, you have to understand, the other times I was there were tons of young people. They were like crawling out from under the refrigerator. There were so many young people there.
They were all naked and being molested by rich people.
They were climbing all over
Crazy.
Stephen Hawking like a jungle gym, you see.
Crazy.
Michael Jackson. I can't believe it. In a deposition released January 3rd, Sjoberg asked if she's met anyone famous when she was with Epstein. She said she met Michael Jackson at Epstein's home in Palm Beach. She said she did not give him a massage and did not accuse him of any wrongdoing. Why is poor Michael Jackson just always around just this weird, inappropriate shit when it's happening? But then, like, all the people associated with it seem to be like, yeah, Michael didn't, like, touch me or anything. He gave me, like, a hot soup. Asked how I was doing. Asked me how my mother was. With Michael Jackson, I've come to the point of just being like, oh yeah, he was on Pedophile Island, probably just there, like, hanging out with the kids, like, in the most innocent way imaginable, because that seems to happen to him a lot.
Kind of suspicious, don't you think?
Nah, man. That man-child, are you kidding me? He probably heard, there's a bunch of kids on an island, that's awesome! And went there and was just, like, actually, like, playing hide-and-go-seek with them.
I mean, he might have done that, but I also don't think it's, I don't think it's difficult to assume he was also...
What makes you think that?
I don't know.
What has led you to think that?
Him being rich and powerful and having...
That has nothing to do with anything. Okay, yeah, here we go. So, that was a very weird way to end that. Like, they didn't offer, like, any closing statements or anything. I know for a fact I just saw AI.
Yeah. Gross.
Why is this kid, like, this obviously Zoomer kid with a broccoli haircut in, like, a low-res black and white image?
I don't know, man. I'm not diving into one of those dumb
We
side
should
articles.
read some of those sometime. The Epstein list, full names revealed in unsealed court records so far. This list is going to be exploding in the next couple of months, too, so that's going to be fun. See. Ghislaine Maxwell.
Makes him look like he's got a clown nose.
This guy, let's look at him. See, oh yeah, one thing I wanted to mention about Alan Dershowitz, the pedo lawyer, is that that's the guy that Israel is choosing to prove that they haven't done anything wrong in, like, a human rights court coming up.
Oh, okay.
They really choose the best out there, don't they?
I mean, yeah, they choose the one that is most likely to not flinch at obvious corruption.
Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's former girlfriend. Yeah, we know who she is. Well, one of us know who she is, apparently.
Yeah, I don't keep up with this stuff. It makes me angry.
Andrew Albert, Christian Edwards, Prince Andrew. Jesus Christ. It's not saying what they did, which is disappointing. But we'll just assume they did all this. Bill Clinton, Donald Trump. Who's that? Hillary Clinton. Who's that? David Copperfield, John Connolly. I swear I just saw the name Barack Obama on here somehow.
I mean,
okay, there it is. U.S. Secretary of State under... I can't believe Hillary was there with her husband, probably. She was probably just actually out there listening to the cacophony of children being molested, like lo-fi hip-hop to relax. To relax and call in drone strikes, too.
She's just chilling on Epstein's island.
The sounds of evil make me sleepy. David Copperfield, why is it not, like, mentioning that half these guys have done nothing wrong? Are they trying to muddy the waters here on purpose? Like, David Copperfield is one of the people who has said didn't do anything wrong.
They didn't say
And then there's Bill Clinton on the same list as him. Who definitely did do something wrong while he was there. Leonardo DiCaprio, Al Gore, Stephen Hawking. Can you imagine being molested by Stephen Hawking, by the way? That's sort of terrifying.
I think you'd kind of have to molest yourself.
Just, soft, until he gets out of his wheelchair. I was faking the whole time. He still talks with a robot voice. Soft and supple like marshmallow.
He's been doing this all week, by the way.
Ehud Barak, former Israeli prime minister. What? Michael Jackson, Marvin Minsky, who? AI pioneer. Oh.
Figures.
Kevin Spacey. What? George Lucas, Jean-Luc Brunel.
Kate Blanchett.
What was George Lucas doing out there? Look at my rejected Disney scripts.
He was trying to figure out how to best write orphan characters.
He was like just playing with the sand on the beach. But there's a line I could put into my next movie about this.
That's where he met.
I like to think George Lucas was actually just on the island doing vacation stuff. Like he's completely unaware the entire time. Jean-Luc Brunel, that was where I left off. Kate Blanchett, Australian actor who starred in The Lord of the Rings and Tar. Naomi Campbell, Sharon Churcher, Bruce Willis. Ain't Bruce Willis, like, pretty much dead now? Like, that's why he had to... That's why he had to retire from movies, because his brain was, like, on the verge of falling out of his, like, earlobes or something.
I wouldn't be surprised. He's old now.
Bill Richard, he's not even that old. His brain, has, like, early, like, severe dementia.
Oh.
He's basically just Roomba-ing everywhere like Joe Biden at this point.
Damn.
Glenn Rubin, Ava Anderson Dubin.
Dubin.
I said Glenn Rubin. Glenn Dubin. Former Miss Sweden and wife of Dubin who once dated Epstein. Noam Chomsky. Ah, yes, that's a disappointing one. Tom Pritzker, Chris Tucker, Sarah Ferguson, wait a minute, hold on, I just glossed over that. Chris Tucker, the guy from Rush Hour, imagine that dude's voice screaming at you as he's molesting you. You got knocked the fuck out! I can't do his voice very well. Sarah Ferguson, Duchess of York, former wife of Prince Andrew. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Hey, that dude's running for president right now.
Hey.
James Michael Ostrich, Juan and Maria Alessi. Yeah, I did read that name already. James Banasiak, Bella Klein, Leslie Groff. Who?
Reportedly will not be charged. Why?
Where does it say that? Reportedly will not be charged. Why? I'm not, like, looking too far into that. Wonder why. She worked with him. I don't even know who the rest of these names are. Hold on. This is all Maxwell's press agent. Yeah, this is all people who worked for them at this point. Man, it's a good thing they got all, like, the lower level people who worked for them instead of the people who worked with them. That also would have been pretty good.
Yeah.
At least we got a bunch of nobodies with names I can't pronounce.
Yeah, like I said, this is definitely doctored at this point.
What leads you to believe that?
The fact that it doesn't have all the people it should have.
There's going to be more names.
That island?
Huh?
How long did he own that island?
Probably decades.
Okay, so
pretty sure this dude worked with like multiple. He worked with multiple like intelligence agencies. Like I'm pretty sure he worked for like the CIA and Israel. And was basically tasked by them to gather dirt on, like, major world leaders and celebrities and rich people so that those governments would have, like, blackmail against them, basically.
Well, then, yeah, you got to consider he's got, like, decades of clients that have been visiting him, and the list is, like, 100 people long, and most of them worked for him. That just means that...
Thank God they got, like, his personal chef out of there, man. That was a real, like, nerve-wracker for me.
Yeah, wow.
Oh, man, I hope they get Ghislaine Maxwell's press secretary, bro.
Yeah, I hope they got the guy who dry cleans the towels.
And not, like, any of the major world leaders that were also definitely a part of this.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
See, well, that was very important world news. Very positive stuff we cover here on the show.
That was 1,000% not everyone.
Levi, I have no reason to believe that.
I have no reason.
What if these people are, like, seeing the error of their ways and coming clean finally?
Seeing the error of their ways?
Yes.
Oh my god,
Oh my god, I delivered mail to Epstein once. I dropped him off an Amazon package. I must unveil. Let's see. I think we're just... I pulled this up, but that whole story was basically just us reading... Not even reading the whole document, just, like, skimming over it, basically.
Yeah.
But yes. It was very enlightening stuff. Relearning all the stuff I knew already. See, this... I saw this, like, within an hour of it coming out, I saw it posted to Reddit, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then it became, like, a huge meme, so I was like, okay, maybe I should pull this up for the podcast, because I saw this being posted, like, everywhere. This dude leaping at this judge here. It's a pretty entertaining video.
I've seen a bunch of memes of it so far.
Let's see, full screen this. I've seen ones where he, like, makes the foxy sound as he leaps across towards her. I can't even do the voice.
You sound more like Tarzan.
Oh! This is a pretty impressive leap by this guy, though. Let's watch the video. His legs didn't even touch the bench.
Dude, turn this down.
There was nothing to turn down.
Jeez, man. Give me the cursor, man. What the hell?
That dude... Look at that dude.
Going at it.
Don't the cops have, like, tasers on them that they could get this guy off with?
Or guns.
I would prefer they just beat the hell out of him to shooting him, I guess.
Yeah.
But there's a certain point where maybe the gun is justified. What I know about this case, I watched, like, the full video, and most of it is just very boring courtroom talk. Like, he is completely, like, calm and apologetic for what he did right up until this point. Where she goes, yeah, I don't buy any of that, you're going to jail anyway, and then he just, okay! Like, I think she says at the beginning here... Yeah, right there is her being like, I think you have to go to... And then he just, like, immediately snaps into this. Alright.
What was he what was he in court for anyway?
Pretty sure it was domestic violence.
Oh, yeah.
This dude is, like, a complete psycho who has, like, psychotic breaks a lot. And will basically just attack the nearest living object. Living object, Jesus Christ. The nearest living thing. And this was, like, his third time. I guess he just... I don't know what the full thing here is. He has these psychotic breaks where he, like, physically harms people often. And for some reason just keeps getting let out. And so the judge was, like, not going to fall for that bullshit again. And that's what led to this.
Okay.
I guess this is, like, his fourth time being arrested for beating up his girlfriend or beating up somebody else. And she's just finally taking this serious. Not her specifically. He's probably had multiple judges, but this is the first judge finally taking this maniac seriously, and this is what happens.
I mean,
let's watch.
Clearly,
this dude was on it this entire time. It's pretty impressive. He was on this guy quicker than the fucking courtroom cops were. Yep, just mosey on over there real quick.
Yeah, that guy knew it was coming too.
Yeah, I think he's even in the background here beating the hell out of the guy.
Jeez, man. Yeah, he's really going at it.
He needs to work on his punches a little, but I respect the gumption.
Yeah, props to that guy. He's really on that.
Look at this dude just watching it. Literally me.
Hey, you guys okay over there?
You guys, stop it. Stop yelling.
Can we all get along?
Can't really blame him. I guess you don't really expect this sort of thing to just, like, happen on the drop of a hat like that.
And I mean, if the guy's already, like, covered in people, like he's covered in ants or something, then there's not really much help you can provide other than being a spectator.
There's not a whole lot to cover with that. That was just a very funny video that came out. When did this come out? Jeez. This came out probably the morning that this happened then. This was filmed on the 3rd. That dude got off to a productive start to his year.
Yeah, so whoever posted this is probably the same person who filmed it. Like, this is probably one of the, like, security cameras that they have in the courtroom, but, like... Yeah, you can see it in his eye right there. He
knows what's coming. Hey, can you click on the reopen close tab thing? I just closed something. Oh, okay, whatever. I closed this. We didn't really need this video anyway, but I guess it doesn't hurt to keep everything open. Might as well just keep this on as background footage now. I guess we kind of got out all our thoughts about this. This was a entertaining start to our year and to this guy's. He's never getting out ever again, though.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't have been let off that many times. He should have gone to a psychiatrist or something, but...
He probably should be in a psych ward, it sounds like.
Psych wards aren't all that helpful.
No, I mean a psych ward just to keep him away from other people.
Well, that's what the prison is going to do.
Yeah, that's true. He is going to be caught eating someone alive, though. On to... Man, it really is just sinking into me again that we're really covering Reddit reactions for you guys. I am so sorry. I swear to you guys, nothing else has happened this week. There was no other choice for us to fill in a show with anything other than the Epstein stuff.
In terms of news, anyways, we could have talked about some other crap.
There's pretty much nothing else. Let's see, yes. Outside of actually important things happening, we are going to be covering stupid inane drama off of Reddit, so you really should be thanking us for that one as well. Let's see, what happens here? I guess this dude completely owns this customer. Based cashier owns customer. I don't know what the full story here is. I have not watched this video, so let's see what happens.
Before you pulled out your fucking camera. Okay, that's good. That's good. So, you're telling me I lost the money? I'm telling you that you spent your money on an icy that you have in front of you, and you didn't like the taste of it. So you're acting like a 4-year-old. It's actually kind of water. In the center of the mall here, you're acting like a fucking 4-year-old. You pulled out your phone, and you're trying to, I don't know what you're trying to do. You're trying to be aggressive, passive-aggressive. Not at all. Another free drink. No, we don't want a free drink.
Alright, so far I'm completely on Lip Ring's side here.
Yeah, I thought that guy was the customer at first, but being that this guy's like... I was
Unless
like
they're wearing, like, couple's costume or something, I imagine these guys are working together.
Yeah, I like it when employees stand up to annoying customers.
Dude, the customer is always right.
Everyone who's ever had a job that has customers has wanted to do something like this.
This dude is, like, just the fact that this dude felt the need to pull out his phone and film himself getting a refund on a slushie that he didn't like, That's probably a good sign that he is an insufferable asshole and is currently not the one in the right.
Yeah, the dude to the left is just completely disassociating too.
He's laughing pretty hard. I think he like is well aware that his coworker does this. That or he finds it very satisfying.
We just want a refund. We want a refund.
He's not laughing.
Okay.
He was laughing.
Oh.
How about an exchange for a Coca-Cola? As I said multiple times before, I'm not exchanging it for a Coca-Cola. You can throw it away if you choose to do so. Okay. But I'm not giving you a fucking refund, and I'm not exchanging it. You're getting on my fucking nerves. I told you now you need to either leave, throw it away, or I'm calling security. You can call security. Okay.
Me personally, I would not care enough. I would just like dump the slushy out and give him his stupid Coke to get him out of my face. But respect to this guy, I guess, for not putting up with it.
I mean, he works at
Popcornopolis
in a mall, so like, I don't blame him for not wanting to put up with this. Just hearing the chatter of a billion souls at all times.
Yeah, that would probably grate on your nerves after a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, now he's just trying to ignore the idiot.
I think he's calling security right now.
Is that just him calling security the rest of the time?
I think so.
Alright, he doesn't even address him, and the little bitch behind the camera says nothing, so... That's the end of that video.
Oh well.
Boy, Reddit reactions sure are going well.
Props to the cashiers.
Oh, that's cool.
What?
Oh wait, we might still be able to react to it since I left it open. I guess this is some librarian having... This is the librarian here.
Okay.
You can probably tell by his face mask what his
asshole.
political leanings are. He's an asshole. Yeah, sure, that too. See, there is a... I wonder why this was... Never post... Shut up. Fucking public freak out Jannies. Why did it get removed?
I don't know, play it.
Remove posts from feeds for a variety... Okay, they don't even tell you.
Play it.
But I guess they took this video off for whatever reason. I have not watched this. All I know is this is some like chud freak out, I guess. If this is boring, we will turn it off. Okay. It's...
Little shaky for you to be recording.
It's not shaky at all. I mean, the law's black and white, so we're not recording.
I guess this guy was recording in the
Go downstairs.
the guy behind the camera was like recording a video in the library, and this guy is like, "Why are you recording children for?"
Okay.
With it. Or we could get security to handle this.
Okay, yeah, you want to get security. So we've got the guy.
This dude's eyes are also insane.
The F word,
Yeah.
around children.
He looks like he is seeing like the face of God right now.
He's using the F word around children.
He's got his camera on some kids in the back there. I don't have camera on the kids. I'm actually
I don't have our
professional with
camera
it.
on the kids either. I never did.
Can you please leave? Or I'll call the fucking police. And now I'm gonna get you out of here.
Look at all these kids around here and he's saying F and acting like this.
This dude seems like he's on the point of snapping.
Everything on my police. Oh. Get the fuck out of here. Go!
Chad, calm down, Chad.
Is his name Chad?
It's either Chad or Chaz.
Was using a lot of profane language around the kids in this area. I mean, is that filming kids, and I don't believe in filming
We
children.
weren't filming kids. We weren't filming kids.
Okay, that dude needs to take a breather for a sec. There's not a whole lot to even say about that. That dude's just psychotic, it looks like.
That guy should probably work in a field that doesn't interact with people.
I don't believe in filming kids. It's like, okay. Like, you understand people can film kids without it being weird, right?
No.
There's been a lot of these motherfuckers, like, just shitting up everywhere they go lately, it feels like. Like, I understand being filmed in public is pretty annoying, but, like, I don't think that you're in the right if you freak out and attack the person holding the camera, because I've seen a bunch of videos of that sort of thing happening.
Yeah, if I had to guess that the person holding the camera was probably filming him because of his mask or something.
This is a pretty funny one. This is...
It doesn't look like it's going to be funny. It looks like there's going to be a bunch of people who die.
No. This is a thief who got cornered by some Mexican cops up on this roof, and they're about to beat the hell out of him while the locals at the bottom sing piñata songs. Everyone's already cheering as they're about to hit this guy.
Ooh. And you see that?
Aw. What a beautiful sense of community they have.
I mean, honestly, the cops didn't just, like, shoot him for brandishing a weapon, so...
These are Mexican cops. They're surprisingly slow to, like, pull out their guns there. Because I've seen multiple videos now of Mexican cops just, like, grabbing nearby chairs or, like, tables and just, like, hitting people. Just, like, knocking people out with the chairs rather than pulling out their guns and killing them.
That's how it should be. You should. If the police are meant to, like, you know, keep the peace, they shouldn't be, like, executing people.
These guys actually are in a fucking, like, region of the world where their lives are in as much danger as fucking, like, American cops whine about. And they're still able to, like, control themselves when the moment calls for it. Yeah, which is a bit weird, isn't it?
Because they're in a place with that kind of danger. So when these people become cops, they...
Probably not pussies to, like, fucking altercations the way a bunch of American cops seem to be.
They're not doing it on a power trip. They're doing it because they want to help their community.
Guys, a Pomeranian was running at me really, really fast, so I had to kick it to death, and then shot it a bunch of times, and then pepper sprayed its corpse.
I had to shoot it with a bullet the size of its entire body.
I'm surprised we didn't cover that story.
I mean, we just did.
That was hardly covering it, because he also missed the Pomeranian in that story.
I thought you were talking about... I didn't realize that was an actual story you were talking about.
That is an actual story. He missed and shot the owner behind the dog.
Wow.
God, Mexico. This place seems very fun if it weren't so scary. Let's see. What is going on here? I'm asking myself that as well, Redditor.
Wow.
Alright, so this looks like an esports league. Oh, man, anyone else just get super sleepy and disinterested in this subject all of a sudden? I actually watched this video, so I know what's coming.
What is happening?
They're gamers raging. Have you never felt this level of emotion before? Because I've gotten to this point while I'm playing games.
I once almost took a bite out of a Wiimote out of rage. I was playing...
I have yet to break anything, but I have definitely gotten to the point where I'm, like, rage crying like these guys probably are. I haven't almost gotten in a fight over it, though. But I also doubt these guys were going to fight over this.
Yeah. I was playing the Simpsons game on the Wii. The one where, what is it? They get, all the characters in the Simpsons get, like, superpowers. And I was playing the final boss where you just have to play Dance Dance Revolution, and I'm really bad at it. So I kept losing, and I became completely enraged. And almost took a bite out of the Wiimote.
Typically games with Dance Dance Revolution type mini games in them that aren't specifically Dance Dance Revolution games themselves are fucking awful. Like, I had the same exact reaction to a dance mini game in the fucking Shark Tale movie tie-in game.
Yeah, I hate all those I hate mini games in general, but especially, like, ones like that.
That fucking Shark Tale game is so goddamn enraging beyond all belief, but another time I got that angry was when I was playing the Transformers video game. There's a part where you have to, like, as Bumblebee, drive away from, like, an explosion underneath a dam. And you cannot fuck up whatsoever, or the game will just completely ass blast you with the dam explosion. And that was one of the angriest I ever got. I was, like, legitimately crying from anger playing that garbage. A fucking Transformers video game. But,
yeah, it's always the terrible games that get you the most emotional.
But these guys, I don't even know what... They were probably playing, like, fucking Mario Kart or something.
They're playing League.
They were playing League of Legends, Jesus Christ. I've lost even more respect than I already didn't have for these guys. For one beautiful second, though, esports was somewhat interesting, and there was enough testosterone in this room to equal a prepubescent girl. So that was nice for these guys. Because if all esports were allowed to be like this, like, if these guys could legally, in esports, pick up a piece of their own PC and try to kill someone with it, then I might actually be able to watch this garbage. But until that, this is as interesting as esports gets right here. Let's see what the other story is. People who do this deserve jail. I pulled this up.
Is it just going to be a crime? Oh.
People who do this deserve jail. It's just him, like, fucking stomping a cat to death. It's like, what an understatement in the title. For some reason, a lot of my edgy jokes have gone to, like, animals being stomped to death in the last few months.
Yeah,
I don't know what my brain's working through right now.
It's called a Freudian slip.
Yes, all the content I watch is bleeding out into my vocabulary. Let's see what happens here. I have not actually watched this video. I pulled it purely for the title. Women steals parking space by standing.
You're not even in a car, woman. Are you serious?
No, get out of here.
Is that all that's happening here? She, like... I mean, this is a dick move, but I could understand someone getting to this point. Like, imagine you've been
why
looking...
is she doing it?
I guess, like, they've been looking for a parking space, and one finally opened, so she ran in front of it to steal it from these people.
Jesus.
Is this really, like, one of the biggest videos on Reddit right now?
I guess.
Mild inconvenience! People should die for this!
Are you kidding? You're not in the car. Get out.
Where?
The car is there.
You're running into a spot right now. Are you serious? Are you? You're
No, it doesn't matter.
serious right?
See, you guys should assert dominance by actually hitting her with your car.
I think that in certain circumstances, you are allowed to just, like, drive through people, but they actually have to be, like, threatening you in your vehicle. Like, I've seen, I think a while ago in a video we covered this thing where this guy was, like, driving past a bunch of protesters, and one of them, like, pulled out a brick and was threatening to throw it through his windshield, and so he just
Yeah,
drove
I could
through
understand
everyone.
that. Like, if motherfuckers are surrounding your car like zombies, I can understand
Yeah, like
just
having
plowing
your
through them at that point. I've seen it happen. I've seen videos of it happening just at, like, protests, though, which is a bit lame. Like, I got slowed down on my way to my job that I hate, so I have to kill people for it now.
We covered that guy like a month or two ago where he just went through that parade and just that parade was blocking traffic, so he just like ran through it.
That dude
Filmed himself the whole time.
That dude's my hero.
That was a psychopath.
Out of here.
Serious, dude? How are you gonna stand in a spot right now? Jesus Christ.
With her legs, probably.
That guy sounded lame.
Don't feel standing here. You have no car here. This is a car parking spot, not a woman parking spot.
Whoa. Damn, dude. He got her on that one.
This man was invented.
This is not a woman parking spot.
This guy was born without an anger gland.
The most, like, polite anger imaginable.
This is a car parking
This
spot.
is a
not
car
personal
parking spot, not a doo-doo head's parking spot.
Pardon my French.
Let's see. This is nothing.
Yeah.
This is...
Fast forward to the end and see if she's got like a suicide vest on or something.
Let's just play it out. She just pulls out an RPG and blows up his car.
Yeah.
Stand here. I don't care, dude. Alright, stand there.
Alright. I must say,
Dude, seriously, I'm here. I don't care.
I think both these parties are a little annoying, but he's definitely more in the right.
Yeah.
But I could see myself doing this. If I've been driving around for like an hour and I finally see a parking space open up, I could totally see myself being these women. He's like, yeah, I know I'm an asshole. I'm sorry, man, but I'm not driving around anymore.
I wouldn't do this shit.
I wouldn't do it just because... I probably wouldn't do it just because I wouldn't want someone to run me over with their car if I pissed them off enough.
Yeah, you gotta be careful in those cities.
I have never heard of this.
They got lucky.
But if I could, like, get my girlfriend or my kid to stand in a parking spot for me, then my opinion might be
but
changing.
if my family wanted to do it.
Son, go stand there. Go stand there or I won't love you anymore. Dad, you're always threatening to not love me. It means nothing to me anymore.
It's because I don't love you.
Alright, that was... Let's see what Redditors have to say about that. Because if this is the title, people who do this deserve jail. Old repost and lazy title. Okay, at least the Reddit Jannies were willing to be like, man, that title fucking sucks, dude. You're gay. Send for my things and forward my mail. I now live in my car in front of that spot.
Yeah, I'd probably do something like that. I'd
Just
like,
sit in
park
your
and
car.
wait. Yeah, I'd like park, take the keys out of the ignition, and just stare at them until they moved.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't... If I were driven to the point that I'm willing to stand in the spot like that, if they opted not to move, then that probably would be my cue. Like, alright, fuck this, then. They've out-pettied me.
Mm-hmm. I would... If somebody blocked a spot like that, I would just decide that neither of us gets the spot, and both of us are stalemated.
I would have put my car in park. It looks like, looks like you agree with a bunch of Redditors, man. Congratulations.
I know, it's unfortunate, but...
It would be a cold day in hell before I moved. Why don't you guys just pull out your guns and kill them? It's so much easier and less time-consuming.
Except for when you get fucking life in prison.
I'll call in sick to wait them out. Alright, congrats, man. Reddit agrees with you.
Yep.
They agree with you and not my opinion, which is that I would kill them for inconveniencing me. But yeah, these next couple are going to be, just some TikTok, picking on people in public. Let's see where this goes.
What the fuck, man? Huh? What did you just do? You just cut my headphones.
What do you mean?
You just cut my head.
What are you doing in this situation exactly?
I would have stood up and punched him immediately.
Not even said anything?
No words, no facial expression, just stand and punch.
I would probably be like, what the fuck was that, man? And then the millisecond I realize he's on TikTok, I'd be like, alright, I'm gonna get you some views then. And then I would just go full monkey mode on him.
I am antisocial to the point where if anyone gets within, like, 2 feet of me, I immediately become hyper aware of their presence. And if they brought, like, a pair of scissors over here, I would immediately tense for battle.
Let's see what this guy does.
You just cut my headphones.
You don't need headphones.
Man, I need headphones. What are you doing?
What do you mean?
Why did you cut my headphones? What did I do?
Why are you coming towards me?
Look,
You don't need headphones.
Oh my god. He's not even making it funny. That's the most insulting part about this. He really had the balls to go up and fucking destroy this guy's property for this TikTok. But then he's like such a mouth-breathing imbecile, he has no joke prepared for that situation at all.
Yeah, because he thinks that that's a joke on its own.
The whole point of these videos is, oh, I've done, like, a fucking shocking, like, asocial thing. Watch my content now. But what exactly is their plan for when they get that audience? Because they clearly don't have the fucking, like, mental capacity to actually be funny or entertaining for them.
They're just hoping that being edgy will carry them.
Uh,
Also, props to this dude for, like, having the most, like, I don't know what you'd call it, like, the most, like, dad-like, like,
I was
good
going to
dad
say,
response.
he looks very dad-like.
His response is also, like, good dad energy. Like, he
You
seems
just
like
cut my
he would
headphones, man.
He seems like he wants to have, like, a deep conversation about what's going on in your life and if you're having trouble at school.
I think you're writing a bit of a fan fiction about this guy in your head right now.
Come on.
Just cut my headphones.
That's totally the energy he gives off.
Replace these. You don't need headphones. Listen, I'm gonna find.
That is really the best joke this fucking mongoloid can think up, dude.
You don't need headphones.
You don't need headphones.
You don't
You
need
don't need
headphones.
headphones. Dude, if I did this, I would at least be funny enough to think of a joke to go along with it.
That's the least you could do.
Find some security guys. And I'm gonna get you into big trouble.
I'm gonna get you into big trouble. I don't think he's...
All by myself.
I think he's cursed like twice since the start of this.
You
Yeah.
can't go anywhere. You've taken off with my headphones. You've destroyed them.
No, I didn't. Okay.
No, I didn't. They're so fucking stupid, man. God, it's so painful.
Stop. Don't touch
Because this isn't even the first fucking video of this I've seen where a TikToker destroys someone's property and then that's their response afterwards is to just like drool all over themselves. What do you mean, man? What
Also,
are you talking about? I haven't done that.
As soon as the table turns and, like, somebody goes for their camera, they're like, don't touch the camera, man. It's my camera.
You gotta figure that out.
You don't need
Look, you've got to repair or
no, I'm
replace
not.
these right now.
Just go back, buddy.
I'm not going anywhere. You're not
Buddy,
going
go
anywhere.
back.
You're not going
Okay,
anywhere.
let
I'm
me
gonna make
go.
sure
What is this?
you get into some
What is this little broccoli-headed twerp gonna do exactly?
until you give me a replacement.
Let go, buddy.
Look, you're not going anywhere. You're
Nothing.
Ooh.
Alright, let go. Let go. Why would you say okay?
Yeah.
That dude...
Hell yeah.
That dude was entirely too calm in that situation. I really do want to watch one of these guys get, like... I probably would have pepper sprayed him and ran away, honestly. Just, alright, goodbye.
Who, if you were the broccoli kid?
The broccoli kid? No, if I was the guy who got my headphones cut, like, don't even say anything, just...
Why would you run?
Because it would be a lot funnier to see me running away on camera. Well, that or I would pepper spray him, then beat him up. There would be no honor involved in this situation, is what I'm saying.
I probably would have beat him up and maybe broken some of his stuff.
I would have broken his camera, at least.
Yeah.
This is why, guys, I don't use headphones with wires on them. That situation specifically. Alright, here's another TikTok imbecile. Looks like the same guy, funny enough.
No. Their hair is similar, but...
Their hair is very similar.
Excuse me?
This...
Are you single by chance? Oh shit, you guys together? You look like a bit of a cock, so I'm just wondering, bro. You know? Sorry? I said you look like a bit of a cock. Are you? Are you?
He was quick with that slap back.
You slapped me? Come back here, little bitch. Why are you walking away for?
Dude, that dude is like 6 inches taller than you are. Relax a little.
Why are you walking away for? Why are you walking away for? Come back, let's talk. You wanted to talk, let's talk. Get out of here, bitch.
Did he just try to kick the girl?
He tried to kick somebody.
I gotta see that again. This dude is shorter than she is. What's he doing?
Let's talk. You wanted to talk, let's talk.
Man.
Okay, he tried to kick him. Man, that is extremely pathetic.
The guy with the bun should have stayed and fought him.
Yeah, I wish people were more willing to do that.
Yeah.
But he probably assumes this is some, like, escaped mental patient from Arkham Asylum with a knife or something. I wonder if he's gonna talk to this couple next. Well, that was the TikTok gauntlet. That was, depressing. Depressing in a bunch of ways. Speaking of unfunny motherfuckers, let's see. Tony Hinchcliffe being an absolute prick to an audience member.
Who?
I don't know.
Lady, this fucking
All I know is
Steve-O
he
in
has
the front?
Steve-O next to
Yeah.
him.
lady, this fucking
All right, that chick that you heard wooing just now, I've heard that in the full video she was doing that for pretty much the entire show. So this response is probably pretty warranted, but this is supposed to be like a panel of comedians, and you'll find that this dude is very unfunny in how he responds to this chick. He's basically just being like, "You're fucking annoying, you bitch. You cunt, I hate you." That's basically what he says to her.
Stop making that noise. It's driving me absolutely fucking insane. Are you cool? Can you not make that It's horrible. You got
Was
it?
that her?
I don't care if
Probably.
you don't enjoy yourself for the rest of the night. You need to shut the fuck up. You're horrible. If you do it again, we're switching you out. And you should know better. You come here all the time and you brought this fucking freak with you. It's so annoying. This is a live show. It's annoying. You guys are in the front. It's fucking horrible. You're so annoying. You're terrible. It's so rare that I hate someone in the audience so much, but you have figured out a way to fucking penetrate everything that I hate about an audience. It's unbelievable.
I know her, actually.
Really?
Yeah, she's friends with my friend Heath.
Oh, Heath
Cordis, yeah.
Whoa! Oh my goodness.
Heath lives on my couch.
Heath lived.
Man,
What a worthless video that was.
yeah, that was completely... I bet you these guys make like 90 grand a month on Patreon or some shit like that.
Who?
Whatever this garbage was. Comedy Cartel.
Probably not. These guys probably don't make a lot of money.
You know, they have fucking like celebrities up there with them. There was...
Comedy doesn't make good money unless you're like famous.
Look up Comedy Cartel. I have to see if these guys are making more money than us. If these guys are getting more views than us, I'm going to be really mad.
Any money at all is more money than what we're making.
I'm going to be mad at you guys specifically for not making us more successful than these losers. Comedy Cartel. Okay, not these guys, because it looks like these guys actually kind of all are on our level.
Is this the same thing? I don't
Comedy
think this is the same thing.
This is not the same thing. What was that garbage we were just seeing then?
Wait, what was that down there? Stand-up comedy, live in Austin. Okay, this has nothing to do with...
Oops, that is not.
Yeah, nice plug, man.
Plug for what? It was up on screen for a quarter of a second.
Plug.
This is a funny one. I watched this one.
Ooh, this guy is in danger. He's fighting a Walmart employee.
This is not Walmart. This is somewhere in this is someplace in Britain.
Okay, he's fine then.
You'll hear it once they start talking. He is not fine. But it's not the employee that takes him out. You'll see. So this is another escaped member of Arkham Asylum, as you can see, causing a ruckus in public.
That was Tesco.
Tesco? I don't know where that is.
Neither do I.
Tesco. I think that is a British place.
I think it's like British Walmart.
These people, like, really should have been beating this guy up way sooner than this.
That's why I said he's fine. If he did this in Walmart, he would have been crucified on the spot.
No, watch this.
Wow.
This dude must be a bouncer or something.
Is this guy just like...
This is just some
Shopping
random member of the public.
Security is
Eat
trying to
shit,
be
you
the
little
voice of
bitch.
reason. Oh, no.
Now the security gets some balls under him. And now this guy's leaving. Wow, imagine how much quicker he could have been out of this store if you had done that yourself.
Yeah, sometimes
I guess I
violence-
can't really expect people to, like, want to beat someone up during their day, but...
Sometimes violence is the answer, and we need to stop being children about it.
Yeah, specifically in this case, this dude fucked off the millisecond he started getting beaten up.
And he's no worse for wear. He might have learned a life lesson, and he still has all of his body parts on his body.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
It
Jesus
sounded like somebody
Christ.
fired a mortar in the background when he hit the ground. You hear that?
Yeah, he hit the...
It sounded like a gunshot.
He's hit the ground hard. This dude's absolutely like a bouncer or a security guard in his normal job.
Yeah, this guy is...
That or he's an IT guy who's just like a gym like Spurg as well.
Could be a paramedic. Paramedics can get pretty beefy like that.
You probably could have started beating him up sooner than that, man. But yes, that was a satisfying video.
Can we scroll
I liked
down
that
and
a
see
lot.
if there's any context?
I doubt that there is. That was just some Tesco turning into Walmart. Gotta love tough guy swagger before getting owned by the public. That dude was the size of 2 members of the public. This is just a bunch of Redditors jerking him off.
Okay.
We've already done that, so there's nothing else to this story.
Well,
fun, though.
Props to that dude. The guy who slammed that guy into the ground. Real streamer swatted while drunk streaming. He's so out of it, he has no idea what's going on.
This is... Let's see... So, as Levi just barely read by that title, this is a guy who does what is called IRL streaming, which is... We covered a few videos of IRL streamers, just those, like, Joker degenerates that, like, go around either harassing people, or in this guy's case, he just does shots all day. And I guess people give him money for that. But he's like an alcoholic who used to be a like big modern warfare streamer named Only Use Me Blade, and he's fallen off a bit here, as you can see. We'll watch a bit of his stream, but this is what all his streams end up becoming. Actually, no. This is what all his streams end up becoming. Right now, he's getting swatted. That is not what all his streams end up becoming. This is a special case. But he reaches this level of drunk in all of his streams.
He's gonna die.
His legs pretty much do not work anymore. People call him Only Lose Me Legs now.
Can you come talk to us? Lumber County Sheriff's Office. We want to make sure you're okay.
Because his alcoholism has given him, like, type 1 diabetes, and he doesn't treat it whatsoever. So his legs are on the verge of falling off, and he's not made... That was like 2 years ago, he showed off his legs, and they looked like some kind of, like, meth shit.
What does that mean? Like full of pock marks?
Full of pock marks, and, like, his toes looked like they were falling off. Jeez. And, like, they were, like, discolored and swollen, because he has barely any blood flow to them anymore. And he's... As you can see, he's made a bunch of positive life changes to fix that problem. No, obviously. This is what... Look at what people donate when they see the cops there.
I have a Glock. Any of you cops come through that door is getting shot. Go ahead and see if I'm bluffing you. I dare you.
We want to make sure you're okay. Can you
His fan base is actively trying to get him killed.
Yes. They also are the ones who basically give him money to take shots every night, knowing that he's a dying alcoholic. So this is like a slow motion homicide, or basically. Can you imagine being one of these degenerates who watches this for fun?
No, I can't even get into that headspace. I have no idea what's appealing about this.
Subscribe to me if you want, but I don't care.
This is what I want to do when I get older. When the podcast falls apart...
He's just murmuring.
Yes.
At least the SWAT didn't, like...
I'm surprised they didn't walk in
in
there and, like, shoot his dog to death or something.
Yeah, at least they just walked in there like, hey, you alright?
They walk in there, put on, like, a... He's like, fuck, this guy doesn't have a dog. They put on a headset for him and make him feel like he's lived years with this, like, dog, and then they put a similar looking one in front of him when they pull his headset off and shoot that dog. They're like, alright, guys. We deployed the... Mission accomplished. We shot the dog.
Just fill a stuffed dog with dynamite.
Alright, right now they're... Wow, I can't believe the cops are actually being helpful towards this guy. And they're ending his stream for him. How nice. This dude looks like he's seen some stuff.
He's probably done some stuff.
Apparently, this is actual, like, Black Mirror type shit. Yeah, man, I fucking, like, was watching this video of this dude slowly dying last night. Fucking awesome!
So hype, and then the SWAT team showed up and we tried to get him killed.
Alright, that was a, that should have gone right along the Epstein one, to be honest. Both were equally positive and uplifting.
Hell yeah, man. Collision.
Ah, yes, more Japan news.
Are we about to watch a bunch of people burst into flames?
No, we're not watching that kind of content on here, man.
Oh, man. Sounds like that's what we're watching.
Let's see. Let me read this,
Collision leaves Japan Airlines plane in flames on Tokyo runway.
I know no one dies in this, so let's... Or unalives, I'm sorry. You guys don't deserve to hear that language. Yeah, but that sort of language will still get your video, like, pushed down in the algorithm.
Yeah.
Can you imagine seeing this while you're getting ready to board your plane? Hold on. Hold the fuck up. What is this? They have branded planes now?
Hell yeah, can't escape.
Oh my god, that's more depressing than the explosion behind them. What even happened there? What was the collision? It was way too dark back there.
Did it even show them hit something?
They said it was a collision, so I'm guessing maybe two planes got near each other?
I don't think so, because you'd see the other plane. That's a lot of fire. That's a lot of smoke. That's a lot of fire.
Man, Japan's just keeps winning right now, man.
I know, right? Well, I mean, it's one plane versus an entire big-ass earthquake.
What if that plane caused the earthquake? Like, it touching down wrong, it, like, sent vibrations through the Earth's crust at just the right tone that it caused that series of earthquakes.
One of the main passengers on the plane is just Yujiro Hanma.
Man, I feel bad for this pilot, because living in Japan, that fucker is probably going to be forced to commit Japanese ritual seppuku on live television.
Yeah,
You have dishonored the Japanese airport! This is cool.
Oh, I saw this one. This one actually is crazy.
Yes, this is not fog. This is gasoline. This is gas fumes.
It's propane.
It's gas fumes, whatever. Keep that in mind.
It's a good thing it all just lit on fire instead of exploding all at once.
Yeah, it looks like it kind of just like... It kind of just like flash fired there real quick. And then like, it probably lit some like vegetation on fire from the looks of it. Yeah, I probably wouldn't be driving my... I probably wouldn't drive my car through a bunch of low-lying fog like this. I'd be a bit suspicious. Or I wouldn't park my car in it.
I've seen that driving around here when it's just like really late and really cold. Get hit by a subway train.
This is more of a funny video than anything. Hold on, let me get rid of this garbage. Get rid of this. We don't need that. Damn, we're almost done. How about that?
Nice.
Let's see here. This is not even really a public freakout, so I don't know what it's doing here. These degenerates are just having the audacity to show the world that they love each other, so this guy puts a stop to that. God damn it.
Unmute it first.
Y'all making love over here? Can I pull out my dick and get some? Yeah.
Did you catch what he said?
Y'all making love over here? Mind if I pull out my dick and get some? This guy's in a suit, too.
Yeah. I think this is just some guy crudely trying to get them to knock it off. He's starting to unzip himself.
Ew, man.
She probably has a proper reaction to that. Apparently, he was not asking for a threesome. He was asking for him.
What?
I want the dude, not you. Like, he basically
I think that guy
told...
was fucking with them, but...
He was
Gross.
fucking with them, but... You know, he probably went up... Maybe you could walk up and ask them not to do that next time.
Yeah, instead of,
Can I...
sexually harassing a couple strangers in public. Always a good look, especially if, I assume him being...
That dude probably didn't want to stand up.
Nice.
What does Reddit have to say about it? I don't like anyone in this video. These guys are just as bad as that other dude, man.
Totally, I guess.
Just see, this next video, this is just like, apparently people in Gaza finally got their electricity turned on, and this is just them cheering.
They're still
Nothing-
the bad guys, though, somehow.
Guys, stop it! This is helping Hamas! What are you doing? There's not a whole lot to say about this. This is just a nice video to end that depressing, terrible episode with. Alright. Good for them.
Yeah.
I really hope Hamas doesn't get any of that electricity. That would be bad. Alright.
Isn't this in Palestine?
This is... I can't remember where Gaza specifically is. Like, I'm not sure how the the whole landmass works there.
I don't know. I try not to keep up with that stuff. It stresses me out. But I'm glad they have power. That's cool.
Good for them. Well, that was the episode. Unfortunately, all that there was the Epstein stuff, and we didn't cover that very well either. So, pretty good week for the world, to be honest.
Yeah, I guess.
Got any last words to say?
No.
Let's see. Well, I do. This year is looking up, guys. I can feel it. This first batch of news stories was a pretty good appetizer for me, personally.
I like how you can't even jinx things nowadays.
No, things are... See, we're gonna, like, wake up and it's like, Hitler riding a T-Rex conquers the entire world. And it's like, oh, that's neat.
It's gonna do something about taxes.
Maybe we got all the bad shit out of the way first.
No.
And everything gets better from here.
Nope.
Let's see. Well, look forward to the next year with you guys. Have a good one.
Bye.